Uh-oh, we got an aircraft off the end of the runway here in Pittsburgh, April 10th. Thank you, CBS News, for this footage. You can see firefighters are on scene, had to make access. No fuel or fire from what it looks like. The AOA fence looks okay. But that aircraft, there's the tail number November 476 Tango Alpha, was a Piper Archer TX. And the sole pilot took off at 3:30 p.m., then aborted takeoff and came off the end of the runway here. So the biggest problem is making sure everything is shut down, but getting this aircraft out of this hole. There is some vegetation around, but again, doesn't look like there's any fuel spills or fires. There's that ARFF vehicle there with the boom. Looks like a Oshkosh T-Series. Here's a closer look at that aircraft. Firefighters probably just trying to help gather her belongings, make sure batteries disconnected, and anything that could cause any harm, just safe the aircraft basically is what they're doing. And here is that Allegheny County Airport, and it looks to be on this approach end of runway 10, and there is that fence down there on the edge. So we do work at some airports where the edge of the runway is right off a cliff. So pilots landing and taking off definitely have to be careful with those runway excursions. But here's that Oshkosh T-Series. Looks like 1,500 gallons of water. And here's a better look at it with the boom. These are older trucks, from the 1990s, but so reliable. Like they say, they don't make them like they used to. We still have some of these vehicles that we use for brush fires and things, and they're super reliable. So moving on, April 10th again, we're in Danbury, and this exact aircraft, Cessna 152, took off. And 2 on board. They walked out with minor injuries. Don't get excited. This is not the crash. But here is where it ended up. So it hit a shed. There's a lot of trees. So it hit power lines, hit trees, hit the roof, hit the shed, and landed here. And it looks bad, but if you look at the cockpit, maybe hitting all those things maybe dissipated a lot of energy because the 2 on board walked out. So glad nobody on the ground was hurt. But definitely scary because there were people home. It was in the evening.
The impact, the house shook. I guess it's when it continued to hit the roof. And I mean, it was loud.
So yeah, very scary if you're all these people around here and this aircraft comes and clips your roof and then comes crashing into your shed. But awesome, they must have all came out and helped the 2 on board, male and female, get out. So here's that aircraft again, Cessna 152, November 757 Yankee Mike, and it had a Sparrowhawk upgrade. Not sure, I'm not a pilot, but it does look pretty nice. You can tell me if you are familiar with that Sparrowhawk upgrade. But yeah, this is a nicer cab than some of the Cessnas we see at our airport for sure. It's from Darcy Aviation, so I guess you could rent this aircraft. Not anymore, but at the time, here's the specs for it from this fleet, and then here's the flight aware for it. So they took off around 4 p.m. 2 hours later. So, 6 p.m. or so, they hit the shed. Firefighters are on scene, get the 2 patients out, check them out medically, make sure everything's okay, get them to the hospital. They did pull handlines here just in case there was any type of fire, fuel spills, and then again, getting this aircraft out away from these homes without doing further damage. Looks like that's where it clipped the roof there as it came in. But a very interesting one. And also interesting is the ARFF magazine, March, April of this year. I did a column in it, and I'll let you guys read it here. But yeah, I just talked about this channel and how it's been so awesome that, we trying to help the pilots, and you pilots are trying to help us, trying to make aviation safer. And I think that this channel is doing a good job. We have a good community going where we can learn from each other and ultimately, help keep the airport safe. So if you want to be a part of it, subscribe to the channel or like the videos. It's been awesome so far. We're going to keep rolling with this channel. And this is ARFF. I'm Keone. I'll see you guys next time.